So this is part two for this. Every single person, every individual is responsible. Okay. Every individual is responsible how we create our reality. Okay. You can participate in riots and violence, and that makes you responsible for the violence. That makes you responsible for suffering if you participate in this. If you think this is cool or manly, or if you think that some kind of twisted way of thinking of, like, you need to be partisan, you need to take sides, you need to show your whatever your loyalty, whatever words they want to use for this, they play you out to the fullest. Okay. Barack Obama is part of the corporate agenda. Okay, he's not your whatever you want to think he is. He laughs himself to the bank. Okay, he laughs about all of this. There's a lot of people that have seen him laugh himself, literally laugh himself to the bank. Okay, he is not what you think. So he was chosen by the corporate agenda, to take Hillary Clinton's votes away. That's what this was all about. And then 8 friggin' years of monstrous taking away Jefferson amendments from the Constitution and our rights and our civil rights, and they have done horrific things. The Barack Obama administration, together with all the other corporate people that are telling him what to sign, they have done horrible things to our civil rights. Absolutely monstrous. And now that will take years of bringing this back. But who can do this? Only someone like Donald Trump can bring that back, can bring our civil rights back. Okay. So that takes a while to bring these civil rights back. Bush, Cheney, and Obama have done monstrous work for 16 years. They have done monstrous chipping away at our civil rights, at the balance, at reason. Yeah. And they're rewarding unempowerment. They're rewarding religion, which is more unempowerment. It's just always in the direction of unempowerment. That's what they have done. But no one looks at it. No one sees it. No one is able to look at it and for what it actually is. It's horrific. And then they go, they don't have fathers, like it's someone else's fault or something, No, it's the father's fault. If the father says, oh, he's had enough of this one woman and he'll just walk away, and I'm not talking about color here. This applies to all. This applies to any ethnicity and any man who leaves his children behind. That can be anyone, right? Anyone. There are differences in statistics, okay? Let's call the kid by the name, okay? This is the truth, okay? So Mexican fathers are not as likely to leave their children. They're much more loyal. That's just a fact. It's a statistical fact. Look at it, okay? There are more white men that leave their children. Okay, so yeah, look at the statistics. I don't even want to say it. You look at statistics. You see it for yourself. You see which ethnic group suffers the most from this. Okay, but then they blame someone else. They themselves bring it up, that subject, that their ethnic group suffers the most from this, but they blame someone else. They don't want to take the blame themselves. They don't want to look at it and see why that is. Okay? Maybe they're totally heartless psychopaths. Maybe they just don't want the responsibility. They want to have fun, right? They don't want to. They want another wife and another girlfriend and more fun and more sex and more fun until they have hundreds of children in different states. Yeah, not just my exes are in Texas, but like everywhere, the exes and the exes' children, okay? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of children that they abandon, okay? More suffering, more pain. No responsibility is taken, okay? It has to be talked about. Who is to be blamed? Don't blame anyone else other than yourselves. It's your own fault. If you abandon your wives and your children, you abandon your girlfriends, it's your fault for abandoning them, for being heartless. You're being heartless, okay? That's the reality of it. That's the truth, okay? You walk away, you have fun with someone else. Yeah, you want to drink, you want to take drugs, you want to whore around. That's being heartless. There are many white men too. Not just men, but some women too. But look at the statistics, and I'm not going to give you the statistics right now because I'm going to get horrible hate for it. You look this up yourself. You look up the statistics for it. There are very few scientists even nowadays who even have the courage to put out the statistics for you to see. Things that are factual, that have been studied. Yeah? If it's a fact, if I say this pillow is blue, you can't hate me for this because you see this pillow here is blue, right? Okay, this here is plaid. Okay, this is peach. You can't argue with that, okay? You look at the statistics, you see the statistics. But then don't go like, oh, but Donald Trump. No. Oh, the white people. No. The Illuminati. No. Go back into yourselves, okay? It's your own responsibility. Okay, if you walk away from your families and your children, that's your doing. And no one else put the gun to your head and said, you leave your family. You left your families because you want to have more sex with other women and more fun and more party, more drugs and alcohol. You want the easy way out. You just want to fun. You fun yourself away from the pain. You just want escapism. You don't want to take any responsibility at all. Okay, so don't blame anyone else for this. Only yourselves. It's your doing. You're responsible for it. Some people, they want to blame everything on the government or everything on some ethnicity or everything on this or everything on that. And there are white people that blame everything on the others. And there are Asian people that blame everything on everyone else. So this is going on, you know. There are statistical evaluations that show you the exact numbers of the demographics. You look it up yourself. Okay, there's a clear difference between them. You know, I'm not here to say this group or that group, this group is better than that group. That's not my intention. That's also not how I feel. My mission in my life is to point out the facts and to say, stop running away from the facts. If there's a problem, if there's a fact here, this problem is a fact, you look at it. And you find out what the root cause is. Instead of blaming it on someone else, you find out what is the actual root cause of this particular situation. So I'll turn this around. I turned it around so you can walk by now. What is the actual root cause of that situation? Who is to be blamed? You know? The perpetrator is to be blamed. Okay, if you create shit, you are blame. You have to be blamed for that shit. You have to blame yourself for that shit. Okay, if I spill my tea on the floor, I can say, "Oh, the government." This is the government's fault that I spilled. No, I spilled the tea on the floor, and I own up to it. I take a shampoo and I mop it up from the rug, and some of the moisture will go deep into the layers, and it's my fault. Okay, I take the blame. I own it, and I ask myself, so what's the root cause of me spilling that tea? Okay, what happened there? I was not mindful. Okay, I wasn't paying any attention. I was thinking about something else. Oh, that's too bad. I can cry, I can get mad, but I do not have the right to blame someone else for it. I can't blame Paul for it, for me spilling the tea. It happens very quickly. It happens to Paul, it happens to me very quickly that we say, oh, let's blame the other person. Ah, you made me nervous. That's why I spilled this. It's all your fault. You made me nervous. It's all my mother's fault that I'm mentally ill. So, in some cases, yeah, the causality traces back to certain things. But now, in this present moment, I am responsible for spilling that tea, and I take the shampoo and mop it up. If I break something, I collect the pieces, I clean up the place immediately, so to prevent someone from stepping on it or hurting themselves. Okay? So if I said something out of some kind of anger or whatever, I said something and I hurt someone's feelings, I go over and say, I'm sorry. I'm deeply sorry. I'm really, really sorry. It's not about them forgiving me. It's about me saying, I am really sorry. I do not want you to be hurting. I am sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't even want to be forgiven. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Okay. So that's how we should be interacting. Okay. The fathers, they should go back to their wives and say, I am sorry. Okay. I am infinitely sorry that I abandoned you. That's what you need to say to your children. Okay. Need to take them into your arms and say, I'm sorry. I love you. Okay. And if you can't do this, then don't blame the government. Don't blame Donald Trump for this. Don't blame Donald Trump for the riots. Don't blame him for the coronavirus. Okay. He is not the corporate agenda. Okay. He is not. Barack Obama, Dick Cheney, and George W. Bush, they are part of the corporate agenda. Okay. And Joe Biden is. Okay. Donald Trump is not part of the corporate agenda. He's a real kind-hearted, compassionate person, a very successful, very strong, amazing brain. Okay. He wants to make the world a better place, and he is, but they're throwing all kinds of rocks and boulders in his path. As you can see, you can clearly see if you look at it really closely, you can see they want him out. They do anything in their power that they can possibly think of, any kind of plot on the chess game they can think up to turn people against Donald Trump. But it has backfired on them every single time. So then they figure out and try to come up with another maneuver. Okay? But it takes every single person, every single one of you to make the world a better place. Every single person has to straighten up, quit drinking alcohol, and start taking responsibility for their own actions. Okay? And start reading more about politics and everything, and start seeing who is who, and what's their money trail. Okay? Take some responsibilities, people, please. you know. Let's make the world better. It really starts with each single person, okay? You guys